I always get the question, how do I make more friends? Well, it's actually really simple. You have to get people to like you. And for some of you, that might be a little bit difficult. But remember, it's simple, not easy. But by the end of this video, you should know exactly what to do to start making more friends and get people to like you. The first and probably the most simple thing to do is start giving more compliments. Especially if you're a guy watching this video, give a compliment to another guy. Reason being is because most guys, especially younger guys, are petrified of talking to girls. Look, we'll work on that another day, but for right now, you'll probably be more comfortable just telling another dude, hey, I like your shoes, I like your shirt. Just give them one simple compliment. This is the perfect icebreaker that doesn't have to be scary. Look, you know, in order to get people to like you, you have to talk to these people. But the scariest part is always the start. And therefore, the easiest way to start a conversation is notice something that somebody's wearing or something that somebody's doing, give them a quick compliment and start a conversation based around that. One of the best things that I heard recently is make it a habit, or at least just make it a goal, to talk to somebody new every single day. This is genuinely something that I wish I started to do sooner. Think of social skills like a muscle. You have to work on this, you have to get more comfortable with this in order to get better at it. So for right now, give one person a compliment. This could be somebody that you already know. Then tomorrow, give a compliment to somebody that you kind of know, but you're not entirely friends with. The day after, give a compliment to a random stranger. And finally, the day after that, give a compliment to somebody that you find even remotely attractive. If you're able to conquer that fear, you just jump-started your way into becoming a more charismatic person. Now, once you're in the conversation, the next step is to get people to talk about themselves. It is human nature to love to talk about yourself. So when you're in the conversation, make sure that they are not shutting up about themselves. So keep asking them questions, but make sure to continue to actually be present in the conversation. So that way it doesn't really feel like an interview. You're not bugging this person with 1,000 questions, but more so you're giving them a good question that allows them to continue to talk about themselves or a personal story. And because people love to talk about themselves, they're going to have a good time and they're going to resonate that good time with you. And therefore, when they think of you, they're going to be, hey, I like this person. When in reality, you didn't do much. All you did was open up a door for them to talk about themselves, which again, people love to do anyways. So find common ground in the conversation, ask for their expertise, because better than them actually talking about themselves, you're talking about something that they're interested in and you're going to make them feel smart. And again, that's just another hack to make them like you even more. One thing that I used to do when I really started to work on my people skills is to ask for other people's opinions. For example, there was this girl that I thought was attractive. And trust me when I say this, young Erin was petrified to talk to her. I thought that there was no way that we could have a good conversation until one day I told her, hey, I want to get into skincare. What should I use on my face? And then she just went on and on about the skincare products that she uses, that she loves, and she recommends. From there, I started getting better and we started talking more and more every day. And I know this sounds like it has a happy ending, like we started dating and ever since then we've been inseparable. That's not the case. The point is, you have to understand that just because you get people to like you doesn't mean that they're always going to be part of your life. It doesn't mean that you're always going to be successful in getting the person that you might like. You have to be okay with rejection. But that being said, the more charismatic you are, the less you will have to deal with rejection in the first place. Now, here's a little bit more bonus points, and this is something that I do today. If I'm going to talk to somebody, I will ask them for their expertise and give them a compliment at the same time. So if I were to ask that same person for skincare advice, I would tell them, you have really nice skin. What product should I use to get my skin to look like yours? That's going to give them instant dopamine. Then they're going to talk about them. You're going to make them feel smart. And therefore, this person is going to like you even more. The next way to get people to like you is to smell incredible. People are going to remember you best if they remember you as the person that smells good. So pick up a good cologne, ideally one that none of your friends are wearing. Now, this doesn't have to cost a ton of money, especially with today's video sponsor, Scentbird. Scentbird is a subscription-based service that allows you to get designer colognes or even niche colognes for fractions of the price, which means that you can quite literally be the best smelling person in the room without spending a ton of money. The way they do this is instead of getting a full bottle that costs hundreds of dollars depending on the brand, you can instead get a month's supply that could probably last you even longer depending on how much you spray it. And if you want the best recommendations, here are the ones that I highly recommend that'll guarantee you to get compliments and get people to notice you. So let's talk about my favorite brands. Scentbird already carries places like Tom Ford, Parfums, and Marley. A bottle like this will cost you an arm and a leg. But with Scentbird, you get this travel size kit that you could take pretty much anywhere in your school bag, or if you're traveling, you can easily get through TSA with this. If you don't know by now, I have beef with TSA, but Scentbird always makes it through without a problem. And if you're already a cologne head, this service is the perfect way to start trying new bottles without committing to the full price. Take it for me, I am a huge cologne guy, and looking through the Scentbird website, I found a few that I've been eyeing for a very long time, and I'm finally able to try it out. I've heard great things about Bulgari Man in Black, and I am so excited to wear more of this. This is a perfect date night fragrance, so with the tips in this video, you should get the person that you like to notice you. And if you can take it that extra step to go on the right date, wearing a fragrance like this is just gonna give you way more points. I was also able to try History's de Parfum. For me, this is a perfect daily fragrance that I have been wearing non-stop. And since I got this cologne, I've just been wearing this everywhere. Armand Jane is also more of a low-key fragrance. However, it's the perfect fragrance to wear for a casual setting. You're not doing too much, but you are still the person that smells incredible. And Black Magenta, if you want to be the person where somebody smells something and they say out loud, someone smells good, this is the fragrance to wear. So every single month, you could pick and choose whatever fragrance you want to try. You can also get your hands on this very cool travel case. And like I said, this service is already insanely affordable. But with the code Aaron55 off, you can get 55% off your first month. So the link's gonna be the first one in the description, and I highly suggest it if you want people to like you more. That being said, the next tip I can give you is to be more inviting. If you always look upset, nobody's gonna want to talk to you. Some people just have a resting face that looks upset. And I totally get that. Sometimes it's not entirely your fault, but you could do a few things to make you a little bit more approachable. First one being is make eye contact with people. And I know this is a little bit intimidating for most younger guys. However, when you start to get comfortable with eye contact, especially with somebody across the room, this is a great skill to have that you could continue to take for years later down the road. Not only if you want to be more likable, but if you want to be taken more serious, you need to learn to hold eye contact. But that being said, it's not just about looking upset. If you're the kind of person to look tired all the time, you're also just going to look like you don't want to talk to anybody. And therefore, getting products to get rid of the bags underneath your eyes or getting the proper amount of sleep, you are going to be a lot more inviting. And as much as I like sunglasses, most people agree that somebody who's wearing sunglasses kind of gives that appearance that they don't want to be bothered. So if you're indoors, avoid wearing sunglasses, and that way you could be a little bit more approachable. But most importantly than anything else is be more of a smiley person. If you've ever met me in person, you would know I smile a lot. I smile in the middle of conversation. People just know me as a smiley person. And I like this because I give off that vibe that I'm very friendly and therefore I'm easy to talk to. So if you want to be that kind of person, then smile more. And on top of that, have a nice clean smile. So for one, always brush your teeth. This should go without saying, but if you have plaque in your teeth or food still stuck in your teeth, then you're just gonna look a little bit off-putting and therefore less people are gonna talk to you. If you have a white smile, that's just way better. So get products to whiten your teeth. I love Crest whitening strips, and my toothpaste also has whitening ingredients. And of course, having fresh breath is always gonna be a huge bonus. For one, if you have bad breath, nobody's gonna wanna talk to you. But if your breath is always minty or gums and mints or whatever else, then again, people are just gonna like to talk to you more. Now, if you still struggle with making friends, here's something that I learned early on, and that is making friends through friends of a friend. Or for a better word, a mutual friend. So if you're in an event and you know that your friend is friends with this guy, you could either wait for your friend to introduce you, or you could just go up to this person and be like, hey, you know this person, and start a conversation that way. I have made so many memories, I have met so many people, and got invited to so many cool things because I knew somebody who knew somebody. It always pays off to know people. So the more friendly you are to one person and they introduce you to another, that chain effect is just how you get a ton of friends. And that's really when you start to become in the position where if you need something, then you know a guy for that. So not only is this going to make you more friends, but it's also beneficial to you if you ever need anything, because you know somebody who could hook it up, or you know somebody who's willing to give you a slight discount or at least some advice. That's also why it's so important to be nice to everybody. Despite people who you don't like, you don't have to talk to these people, just don't be rude to them, and therefore you could have that reputation of a really nice guy. Because I think that that's truly important, and something that not enough people talk about is your reputation is everything. If you want people to like you without even talking to them, then you have to be that person that has a good reputation. And therefore when people talk about you, not necessarily in front of you, but if people just have nothing but good things to say about you, then more people are going to be inclined to meet you and talk to you. And again, the best way to do that is just don't be rude to anybody. The next tip I can give you is storytelling. And this is definitely something that I used to struggle with because when I was younger, I didn't really have too many stories to tell. But I could definitely say from the ages of 18 to 21, which is what I am now, I have done a lot of stuff. I have seen so many different places and I've experienced so many different things. I consider myself to be a decent storyteller because when I'm engaging in a conversation, and let's say for example, somebody brings up Mexico, I could tell them all my stories that I have in Mexico. Same thing with a bunch of different places around California or around the US, or quite literally any other things that I have stories about. That being said, you don't need to do a bunch of crazy things in order to have some good stories. Let's say you play sports. I'm sure you have plenty of stories that some people would be interested in hearing. As long as you work on your storytelling, you become conscious of the details that people actually want to hear and the details that are pretty boring. That is going to get a ton of people to like you. And especially if you're on the younger side, I know how intimidating it is to make new friends. And again, huge thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring today's video. You could scan this QR code and get 55% off your first order. That being said, one thing that helps a ton is getting more noticed. And if you want to know the best things to be wearing to school that'll help you get noticed, here's a video that's going to show you exactly that.